Subic Bay, once the largest U.S. naval base outside America, saw its last warship depart in 1992. But history circles back. Today, the U.S. presence is quietly returning, not as a permanent base, but as a flexible rotational partnership. This is about the shifting balance of power in the South China Sea and renewed alliances. U.S. and Filipino troops now train together, aiming for security and stability together. To understand today's significance, we look back. Subic Bay's strategic value was clear even to Spain, who began building a naval station here in the late 1800s. The Spanish-American War changed everything. Spain lost, and the U.S. took over. President Theodore Roosevelt ordered a major U.S. naval base at Subic, which grew into a formidable installation. It played a key role in World War II, falling to Japan, then recaptured by the Allies. After the war, the Philippines gained independence, but the U.S. kept its bases through treaties. During the Cold War, Subic was the logistical heart of the U.S. 7th Fleet, vital for the Korean and Vietnam Wars. At its peak, it was a city unto itself, housing thousands of Americans and Filipinos. The base symbolized the U.S.-Philippines alliance, complex, sometimes tense, but deeply intertwined. It brought jobs and economic growth, but also questions about sovereignty. This layered history shapes today's renewed partnership. The past is never far from the present at Subic Bay. Now the alliance is being redefined. As the Cold War ended, Filipino nationalism surged. Many saw foreign bases as relics of colonialism and a threat to sovereignty. The 1947 Military Bases Agreement was set to expire in 1991, sparking fierce debate. Then, Mount Pinatubo erupted in 1991, devastating nearby U.S. bases. Despite the destruction, the U.S. sought to keep Subic, offering billions for a new treaty. The Philippine Senate narrowly rejected the deal, 12-11, hailed as a victory for sovereignty. The U.S. withdrew swiftly, the last flag lowered in November 1992. Olongapo's economy collapsed overnight, tens of thousands lost jobs, and the base fell silent. It was a bold assertion of independence, but left a strategic vacuum in a region growing more contested. The story of Subic Bay was far from over. The decision shaped the Philippines' identity and its future security choices. The region's stability would soon be tested again. Subic's closure was a turning point, but not the end. The seeds of today's renewed alliance were planted in that moment. The next chapter would be written by new challenges. Subic's legacy lingered, waiting for its return to the spotlight. After the U.S. left, Subic Bay became a free port, thriving on trade and tourism. But China's rise and aggressive moves in the South China Sea changed the equation. Incidents like the occupation of Mischief Reef and Scarborough Shoal standoffs exposed the Philippines' military vulnerabilities. Manila realized it needed stronger defenses and reliable allies. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, signed in 2014, allowed U.S. troops rotational access to Philippine bases. EDCA respected Philippine sovereignty, no permanent U.S. bases. Implementation was slow, but urgency grew as China's actions intensified. By 2023, EDCA sites expanded, including Subic Bay. The return isn't about old bases, but a dynamic, modern partnership. Subic Bay is once again central to regional security. Today, Subic Bay buzzes with renewed military activity. U.S. Navy ships are a common sight, docking for repairs and joint exercises. Filipino and American sailors work side by side, reflecting a revitalized alliance. The presence is leaner, focused on interoperability and readiness, not massive bases. Over 150 U.S. ship visits last year alone mark a dramatic uptick. Joint exercises like Balikatan have grown in scale and complexity, including cyber and maritime security. Humanitarian supplies are now pre-positioned here, boosting crisis response. Both governments stress mutual benefit and respect for sovereignty. A U.S. defense contractor is reviving the old shipyard, creating jobs and a strategic logistics hub. The modernized facility will serve U.S., Philippine, and allied ships. This development strengthens the alliance and regional security. Subic Bay is once again a linchpin in the Indo-Pacific. The partnership is visible, practical, and evolving. The bay's purpose has been reborn. Subic Bay's location is its greatest asset. at the crossroads of vital sea lanes, opening onto the South China Sea. For the US and allies, access to Subic means rapid response and sustained operations in the region. China's sweeping claims and militarization of the South China Sea have raised tensions. The renewed US presence is a direct response, a signal of deterrence and support for international law. The stakes are global. 1/3 of world shipping passes through these waters. Subic's proximity to Taiwan adds strategic value in any regional crisis. The US is building integrated deterrence, strengthening alliances with Japan, Australia, South Korea, and others. The Philippines is now a central player in this strategy. What happens at Subic Bay echoes across the Indo-Pacific. The bay's return to prominence is about more than ships. It's about shaping the future of the region. Subic is a test of alliance, resolve, and adaptability. The world is watching closely. The next moves here will matter everywhere. The US military's return is boosting Subic's economy. Local businesses thrive on the influx of ships and personnel. The shipyard's revival is creating thousands of skilled jobs. Yet, the past brings caution. Some worry about social problems and overdependence on foreign military spending. The government is working to manage the social impact and avoid old mistakes. Politically, the US presence is debated. Some welcome it, others fear entanglement in great power rivalry. The alliance's future will always be shaped by Philippine domestic politics. For Olongapo's people, the return brings hope and anxiety. Many welcome prosperity and security. Others remember lost sovereignty. The challenge is to balance benefits with dignity and autonomy. Subic's new chapter must serve its people first. We spoke with a Southeast Asian security expert. They say this isn't a return to old bases, but a reimagined alliance, rotational, flexible, and politically sustainable. China's aggressive actions push the Philippines back toward the US. The alliance's success now depends on consistency, sustained US commitment, and support for Philippine modernization. The military partnership is only part of the equation. Long-term success requires deeper economic, cultural, and people-to-people ties. The US must be seen as a comprehensive partner, not just a security provider. Trade, education, and mutual understanding are key. Subic Bay is a test case for this modern alliance. Its outcome will shape the region's future. Subic Bay's comeback is more than a military story. It's a defining moment for the Indo-Pacific. Old alliances are reborn, adapting to new threats. The Bay is once again a front line in a global contest over law, order, and freedom of the seas. The partnership forged here could shape the region's future. Challenges remain: geopolitical tensions, political debates, and the risk of miscalculation. But the US and the Philippines have chosen to stand together. Their renewed alliance is anchored in mutual respect and shared interests. The world depends on the stability of these waters. The principles defended here, sovereignty, law, and free navigation, are vital to global peace. What happens in Subic will affect us all. We must support efforts for peace, prosperity, and respect for all. The anchor is dropped once more in Subic Bay. The challenge now: ensure it holds fast for a stable, peaceful future.